Hello everybody, my name is Metallica and welcome back to my Survival Let's Play series. Where we last left things off, we had begun construction over here in the spruce forest where we are making a Viking village. And we had already put the walls up and we got a nice walkway going across here. And today we are continuing work by building up some actual structures here. We're going to put in some houses, maybe a couple guard towers. We might put a boat over there in the dock. So we got a whole lot planned for today. Now, some of you may have noticed that, yes, the hill that was here in the last episode, it's gone. It has been flattened down to the earth. And I decided, you know what, it was probably best just to get rid of it because it gives us a lot more room to work on creating the structure and creating the houses in this village. All right, so our first order of business is we are going to be building the center point for this village. And if any of you are familiar with the show SG-1, I am going to be pulling reference from an episode where they go and visit a Viking planet, and there's this thing right when they get to the planet called Thor's Hammer, and that is where the inspiration for this is coming from. So it's going to be quite simple. We're just going to go with all black stone, as you can kind of tell. And I've come up with a unique design for the hammer on top that I hope turns out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it because it's really simple, but it took me quite a while to actually figure out a good design, and I think this is the best. So I am going to continue building this up, and I'll show you the design I have for the hammer when I get to the top. Did I miss something? I did. I forgot to put the walls on the bottom. This whole thing needs to be raised up a block. All right, let's tear it all down. Let's build it back up. Thankfully, this thing's fairly simple. And even if it wasn't, there's no problem in starting over. Now, the design I've come up for the hammer actually involves an armor stand and gold armor. So if you look at it from a distance and you don't include the helmet, it kind of has this hammer shape. Now, obviously, we don't want this thing in the corner, so we are going to be using pistons and a little bit more scaffolding to push the armor stand into the center. Just need our piston, redstone block, place the piston right there, redstone block there. That's not right. Piston there, redstone block here. There we go. Now we're going to break the piston, because if we broke the redstone block first, then the piston would retract and pull the armor stand back to where it was originally. So we pushed it one way. Now we just need to push it this way. So we're going to break this wall and place it here. Then we can place our piston right there. And the redstone block can go right behind it. And then we break the piston, break the redstone block, and break the walls. And that is Thor's hammer placed right in the center of this little podium. And if you look at it from a distance, we can see that, yeah, if you ignore the top poking out, it kind of looks like a hammer. I think that came out pretty good. So now that we've got the hammer and the podium all built up, we are going to start working on a little bit of the defenses that are going to be going around this Viking village. And one of them I have planned to go in this type of area around here. I think I might place another somewhere around there or maybe over there. And what are some of these defenses that we're going to be putting up? Well, I'm glad you asked. The defenses that we are going to be working on right now are watchtowers. Now, for any of you out there that don't know what watchtowers are obviously towers. And they were used long, long ago in history where there would be one person that would stand up top, and with their elevated status, they would be able to see far away for any incoming threats and warn the people, hey, there's someone coming, be prepared to fight. And so that's what we're doing here for this Viking village. We are going to be clearing out a little bit of space and putting up several watchtowers. And obviously, the best way to do that is going to be a time lapse. So let's get started. And there we have it. Our watchtower is all complete. Now let me give you a little bit of a tour of it. So the design I've come up with, it's not the tallest, but it does work. And the way it works is the Vikings will come around, walk around the entrance, walk up to this path, and there's the watchtower, with a nice convenient ladder for them to climb all the way up to the top. Now as we climb up to the top, I want you to imagine that you're a Viking. You're standing up here, you're looking around, and you see danger approaching from the water. And what do? Do you grab this horn and blow it? Or do you grab this horn and blow it? Be sure to leave me a comment down below which horn you prefer. Ponder or feel? Which goat horn do you think would be best? Now this is the watchtower all complete. It's looking pretty nice. And I think I will sprinkle a few others around because obviously this guy can't look out for everything. But before we do any more defenses here on the land, I think it's time to work on the defenses of the sea. That's right, we are going to start working on a Viking ship that's going to be sitting over here in the water right at the dock, ready to be loaded and taken off into battle. So what are we waiting for? Let's get building that ship. Now there's a few things I want to make sure this ship has. I want it to have a striped sail. I want to have it have a dragon's head and a tail coming off either end of the ship because I've looked up a few Viking ships, and granted most of these are probably from movies, but I still think they look pretty cool. So I'm going to begin work on this thing and I'll be back with a little bit of a progress update. All right, so here's a little bit of a progress update. We have the main body of the ship built here in the waters. We got some seats on it, and these little holes right here are areas for them to put the paddles, the oars through, so that way they can push the ship along and carry it out into battle and out into the sea where it needs to be. So I'm going to work on this a little bit more, and I'll be back with another progress update. All right, here's another progress update. The ship is finished. It is completely built. And I can't wait to show it to you guys, but before I do, I want you to imagine with me that you're a Viking, okay? You're getting ready to run into battle. So you come charging out the gate and you come running up, and there's your ship in all of its glory. This is your ship. This is what you are going to take into battle. And quite frankly, I think this is very threatening to any villagers out there. Now, my favorite thing I think about this is the dragon head. I had a lot of fun designing that and creating it. And what I really like is the color scheme because it matches the watchtower we have going on over there. It's even got same flags hanging from it. And I am just overjoyed with how this thing turned out. So let me know in the comments. Do you guys like this? Is there anything that you would do differently? Would you change the color from blue to red? What would you guys do differently? Let me know down below in the comments. So now that we're done with our Viking ship, I think it's about time we turn our attention back to our Viking village here and do a little bit of work here. The first thing I want to do is create a little bit of a layout for how things are going to go here, how paths are going to flow, where some buildings are going to go, what building is going to go where. That's some of the things I want to work on right now with this town. So as you can see, we have got some paths laid out and the kind of an outline for where some different buildings are going to be. Obviously, we are going to have Thor's hammer be the center of the village, and everything is going to kind of revolve around that and the two entrances. So obviously, we are going to put way more houses than what we have here. This is just to get a little bit started and work from there. Some of these houses may have sheep coming out the side. Some of these may just be little shacks. But what I do want to make sure that I do put in this village is obviously the main Viking hall here in the back. And I might push back the wall here just a little bit to make room for it because this is going to be one of the crowning things of this village. Is the big Viking hall that's going to sit back here. And I'm going to make sure to decorate it so much, put so much detail in it. And I'm really looking forward to that. I just need to design it first. So this is just kind of how the layout's going to be for right now. And I think that is where I'm going to leave working on the village for now. Because it's been a little bit since I put out a video, and I want to make sure I get one out for you guys. So that is unfortunately where this video is going to have to come to an end. I know it's sad, but if you remember when we first started this project, I did mention it would be a multi-episode thing. So we're going to have to pick this up in another episode, and maybe the next one. It may be a few weeks from now, who knows? But that is where it is going to end for today. So, with all of that being said, my name is Metallica. This has been Minecraft. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and you appreciated the builds that I made and enjoyed them, be sure to hit that like button. And if you really enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, as it does help out the channel. And we did recently pass 50 subscribers. So thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed recently. Your support, it really means a lot to me. And I am eternally grateful for all of your guys' support. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day. Bye bye.